Hi winners, and welcome to a game called Bloodcove. Now this is another Adventure Jam 2016 game, and it is about being a detective trying to solve a case, and I think we're trying to defend the defendant, if that makes sense. So I'm a little excited. It looked interesting. I know we'll have some options for dialogue, so that's a little interesting. So Bloodcove, let's go. Look at computer. I want my coffee. Okay. So it doesn't look like we can do anything with that yet. So look at phone. We can use it. What's this? It's a picture. Okay. So call Roger, whoever Roger is, police station, or hang up. Also, I'll put a link in the description for the game. If you guys want to play it yourselves, it's free. So you might as well. Especially, I think there are alternate endings. I could be wrong. Especially with like this dialogue stuff that's possible. So you might want to play it yourselves. Let's call Roger. That is loud. What's up? Cogswell. Yeah, options. So what happened to you and Nidra? Nothing really happened. We had one shitty date. I barely know the girl. How did you meet her? Tell me everything that happened on the date. That should be enough. How'd you meet her? Believe it or not, I actually do have some fans. She recognized my voice outside a coffee shop, and we chatted for a bit. She had to run off somewhere, but we planned a date. A small and always empty restaurant on the corner. Okay. Sure, tell me everything that happened on the date. She was just on edge the whole time. I tried making some small talk with her, but didn't get much out of her. She talked about as much as a rock. After a while, she just quietly paid for her meal and left. Wow. Do you have Mubasir Idris? Do you have any idea where she went? Oh, that's us. I didn't pay attention to it because our dialogue. No, but she did drop her business card. Maybe check her employer, www.sunsets.com. That's a start, I guess. Thanks. Okay, so her name's Musa. Oh my god, I fucked it up already. That should be enough. How do you know Nick Fletcher? I don't really know him much. We played hockey together a few times. I mostly knew his brother. We had class together back in 1991. We would grab a pint of Blue Moon. He looked Can I talk? He looked more rough every time I saw him. Mubasir. That's her name, I think. Did you know the rest of his family? I knew his wife intimately. It was one-time thing in the moment. I'm usually not that kind of guy. I'm not here to play moral police, Roger. I need to know everything. I would suggest calling her. She has more details than me. Her number is 555-2323. Thanks. And what was your relation to Professor Maki? So wait, who's our defendant? I was in the class back in 1991, in his class. We debated a lot. I would get pretty heated, but never personal. Did you keep in contact with him? Not really, no. I sent him an email asking for a class list from the year I was there. He was just trying to find some old friends. If you want, you should contact the police to get a copy of the email. Will do. We'll talk later. Okay. We can call Rebecca Fletcher now. Let's call police station. Sunset Cove Police. What information do you have on the Bloodcove priest? Is this like a serial killer? All we know is that he kills his victims in graphic ways, twisting their bodies to depict the victims' religious idols. Interesting. Beyond that, we don't have much. How is Roger Cogswell involved? He has connection to all the victims and has a history of activism and minor criminal offenses. He also has a militant atheist evening radio show, openly showing hostility to other theologies. Can you forward the email from Professor Maki that he sent to Roger? We'll get on that. Right on that. Thanks. Okay. Interesting. So Roger was our prime suspect. Rebecca Fletcher. Who is this? I'm Mubasir Idris, and I'm looking into the Bloodcove priest case. Can we talk? Fine, but make it quick. I'm terribly busy, so you know. What was the extent of your relationship with Roger Cogswell? He was a one-time fuck who couldn't keep his mouth shut. My husband and I were in a rough patch. I needed an escape. That's it. How is this important? It's all part of doing investigation. Whatever. A little bitchy. Can you explain what happened around the time of your husband's death? I took my 2 boys out for pizza after their usual Wednesday game. Nick had to stay back a bit, so we went ahead without him. He never showed up. Did he have any enemies? No. It said Rebecca asked did he have any enemies, so that's a little awkward. None. Was too busy trying to please the church, leaving me frustrated and ignored. What can you tell me about Nick's brother? That Derek was a useless piece of shit. When he wasn't high, he was drunk. And when he wasn't drunk, he was doing shady business with no good lowlives. Died by overdosing. Nick knew it was going to happen, but didn't hit him any less. What sort of business was Derek into? Usually drinking at the bar down 5th Avenue with Roger, or trying to get money from that shady gang that always hanged around there. How often did he go to this bar? Call the bar yourself. The number is 555-9847. Is that enough? Can I go? I guess. Jeez, girl. Don't you want to know about your husband's death? I'm assuming that's what I'm investigating. The Horse and Carriage. Sounds like a bar. Bartender. Horse and Carriage. What'd you want? We're busy. What do you know about Derek Fletcher? He was a regular. Was usually high out of his mind. Didn't bother nobody though. So I'd let it slide. He was never alone either. Who did he drink with? Usually some shady goon. Other times it would be Roger or some hooker he played for the evening just to talk. Paid for the evening just to talk. Aw, lonely. A lot of crime happens around those parts. That was a question. Yeah, as those greasy fucks like to make their drug deals by our dumpster. Just recently there was a shooting down the street. Diva was her name. Poor girl. Aww. Who's Diva? She was a local girl. Family Services was usually making routine checks on her family. Then she got nicked in some crossfire shootout. At least that was the news. That's what the news says. What do you mean? It was just too damn clean. I've seen my fair share of shootouts. No bullet holes in the houses near her. No blood. I asked Parker about last he was in here if it sounded unusual at all. As that is kind of his thing. He didn't seem to think so. Okay. Sorry, who's Parker? He's the town's coroner. Oh. He's probably the guy you want to talk to for your investigation. Good to know. We're just making all kinds of phone calls, guys. I might have to follow up with you later. Okay. Wait. Oh, he didn't give us a phone number. Gotcha. So can we, turn? Use lamp? Okay. Look at file folder. Sunset Cove investigation report. Nidra Kakar. Status dead. Facts of the case. Found in her home March 3rd, 1997 at 7:32 a.m. by her fellow coworker Emily Barnes. Emily Barnes called the police at 7:35 to report the incident. That's 3 minutes unaccounted for. Nidra Kakar's body was found to have been repeatedly mutilated, her arms split apart, and legs crossed to represent her religious idols. This would make her murder similar to past cases by the Bloodcove priest. Investigations are ongoing, but has been taken over by a homicide unit. Coroner report is in progress. Next page. There we go. That was weird. Nobu Maki, status deceased. Facts of the case. Found in his classroom by one of his students on August 12, 1996, the year before. His stomach was cut open, stuffed with classroom objects, and stitched back up. Ew. This is the second murder with similar methods. The public has begun calling him the Bloodcove priest for the religious natures of his killing. Investigations are ongoing and has been taken over by the homicide unit. Coroner report states that he was sedated enough so that the victim could not retaliate but could feel everything. He ultimately died from blood loss. Okay, so it's just these two? Oh wait, I missed this one. Nick Fletcher. Facts about the case. found in the Sunset Arena locker room. His body was nailed to a cross and hung up by the ceiling. His body was found September 23rd, 1995. Wow, so once a year. After an emergency call, his wife, Rebecca Fletcher, reported him missing. Investigations are ongoing, and has been taken over by the homicide unit. Coroner report states that he was nailed alive to the cross with his throat slit shortly after. Great, so it's just these three. Cool deal. So that's lovely. Return. There we go. What is menu? Oh, okay. So we can look at attachment SCU class list. Okay. I thought I was gonna look at it. What? Oops. Am I not? What? How do I get out? What? Whoa! Okay. www.sunsets.com. Is that how I do? What? Internet Explorer? Do I have to restart you? Okay. So before I look at the computer and possibly freak this out again, let's look at the facts. HS. Anything? Ooh, then never mind. So instead of clicking on the screen, I'm gonna look at computer. Can I look at it? Oh, at least returns back. So that's what was glitched out, is there was no return. So that's awkward. But there's still no way. Here, return. Let's try and do it this way. No? I'm surprised. Why? Strange. Oh, there we go. Use www. Okay, got you. Look at computer. So that's how I gotta do it. Phone number. Look at contact info. Cool deal. So I have that important information. Okay. So that's how I do. So social location, the bar. Those don't really make sense together. What? Okay. Class list. Those don't really make sense together. Okay. So let's call, because we have that contact information. Contact Sunset Cove Social Work. How may we help you? I need some information on your past employee, Nidra. Sure thing. What do you need? Did Nidra show up for work February 28th, 1997? Oh no, she called in saying her stomach was bothering her from the restaurant she ate last night, or was at the night before. Last I talked to her before the incident. Did Nidra have any relationships outside of work? Did you know that you knew about? She didn't date much. She liked to talk to the Roger boy. Last I saw her, she was excited for something, you know? Do you have any records of her past clients? The police took all the records that we had. I do remember the address she worked at, though. Other than that, you'll have to talk to the police. Thanks. Send me what you know as soon as you can. Thank you for your time. So we're going to talk to... No. Can't talk to anyone else yet. So, are you going to fax it? Use fax? Look at fax. I'm looking at it, guys. Looking at it so good. Okay. So... Can we use... Maple Street. Okay. Well, you know what? And social location bar. Okay. Just seeing if anything works. Police station. Sunset Cove Police. Oh, new. Can I get the records of Nidra Kakar's past clients? We can fax you a list of names. You'll have to come down to the station if you want original documents. That'd be great. I'll come for the originals tomorrow. Do you have the contact info for the coroner named Parker? Yeah, you can reach him at this. Oh, cool. Can you send me the autopsy report for Derek Fletcher? We'll be there shortly. Okay. So, we can now call Parker Miller. Awesome. Coroner office, Parker Miller speaking. I'm conducting an investigation on the Bloodcove priest. Is there any information you can provide? Yeah, they were all terribly mutilated to say the least. Religious disfigurements, which in a way was kind of odd. Why is he stuttering and stuff? How so? None of them were quite religious, at least near the time of death. Generally, I have to contact my family members to make any religious precautions before my procedures. When religion came up, they all seemed to convey a lost sense of faith. At least for the first two. Nidra didn't have much family to contact, so her autopsy, what? I wasn't aware of that part of the process. Well, how often do you talk to coroners? You seem very suspicious. Can you provide the autopsy reports for the Bloodcove priest case? Why? Yes. I'll have them faxed to you right away. Do you hang around the local bar much? I work pretty late in the day, so I like to relax and turn my brain off for a bit. While I do spend most of my day working with dead bodies, I do like to like going out to evenings. Can I talk? Out to events every so often. Okay, I'll stay in touch. So it seems like that's it. Let's look at our facts. See if there's anything new. Use it. Look at it. What? You guys can give me anything? No? Oh, autopsy report, Nick Fletcher. So let's return. So we have to use it on there. Right? Or not? What? What do you mean they don't make sense together? I would like to look. I'm not quite figuring out how these work. Oh, do you have anything about Nidra's relationship with Diva? So I just have to keep talking to other people? Because I can't look at those files. That poor little girl. I just heard what happened to her on the radio. Nidra loved her so much. Do you think that's why she was so off? It just has to be. Nidra would take her to SCU to read to her. I think she was trying to fill the mother role for her, whether that was her intention or not. I hope you don't mind. I need to go and think for a bit. Yeah, of course. Well, that's sad. Is there any others? Oh, so this is for Rebecca. Did you have any regulars at your hockey games? Well, no shit. You're gonna have to be more specific. Anyone that Nick or Derek were familiar with, old classmates. Besides Roger, there was this really awkward creep who would always show up to the games, but wouldn't say jack shit. Parker, I think it was. Of course it was. Parker. Why are you talking to her? Why are you being a creep? I need to get the autopsy report. I'm gonna need the autopsy report for Diva. I thought I said that already. I'm sure, yeah. It doesn't show any connection to the Bloodcove priest, but if it's needed, it is. Stay in touch. Anything else that's new? No? I'd really like to read these. Because I can't. That's what it is. I found out what breaks the game a little bit. If you go to menu and then go to resume, it makes return go away. Yeah, so I'm stuck here, and I've been doing this for 28 minutes, and I can't figure out how to progress. So I'll see if I can find out, but otherwise I'm going to have to play it from the beginning again. Hey guys, so it looks like I'm a little stuck or glitched out. I noticed what I told you a second ago, but I re-recorded this ending because I looked up what to do. And it looks like there's a lot of glitches, some stuff he knows he needs to fix. So I may play this game in the future to try and beat it if those get fixed, because it sounds like I'm not the only one that's had these issues of trying to progress in the story. So otherwise, I think it's a really good game. I'll put a link in the description. If you guys want to try it yourself, you guys might get luckier than I did and actually be able to complete the game, because I know it's completable for some people. So it's just, I guess, the way mine downloaded, or I just figured out the right glitches and I can't figure out how to not get it to stop doing that. So, yeah. But that's it for Bloodcove. So again, link in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's free. And I will see you guys in the next game I play. So keep winning at life, guys.